mic's on for that to work. Back here on the Sportscast, live on a Wednesday. Hope everyone has a blessed Easter if you are celebrating that holiday. Coming up on Sunday. Also, to my wife, happy birthday. She happens to be on Easter. I have back-to-back birthdays. Isn't that crazy? My daughter turns 10 on Saturday, and my wife turns 23 on Sunday. Yeah. earning points. You know I want to cut this out and give it to her.
Did I miss something?
No, she turned 23.
Wow. Mm-hmm. All righty.
And that kind of puts me as a pedophile being married for 11 years, but okay.
She looked a lot older when she was 11.
Yeah. All righty then.
Early bloomer.
Oh, God. Make sure you guys, if you want to get in, last time to get in the Sportscast golf tournament, you really only have a week or two to sign up. We pretty much have sold out, right, Knocker, once again for the year.
We're up to...
I mean, we're there.
We're up to...
we're up to our normal standard.
52 golfers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're there. We're there. And once again, sell out. So you guys want to get in again, we'll get you guys in if you want to get in, but we are pretty much at max capacity here. It's going to be great. We're having a taco man at Knocker, so everyone that's playing going to come over to Knocker's house. It's only a couple miles away from the golf course. We got you guys a taco man. So again, your ticket includes a taco man after party. We're going to have beers over here. Going to have some cornhole going in the back, music playing, and just hanging out. You can see the studios. The studio is here, so maybe do a little podcast or something. Yeah, meet and greet kind of thing.
The family, everybody.
It's going to make it a lot more relaxing at the golf tournament, knowing that if you guys want to come out and hang out with us, we're going to make that time because it's really hard playing golf. And when I play golf, I want to fucking beat ass like I fucking kick Knocker's ass.
Let it go.
No, we're bringing it up right now. We're bringing it up. We're bringing it up right now.
All right.
Okay. Over the weekend, Knocker treated me.
Have your fun.
Knocker treated me to a round of golf for my birthday, and I thank you for that. But it was also his worst nightmare that he ever had.
It was bad.
He might want to take it back.
Yep.
We went out
from the first shot.
Played the course that we're going to have the tournament at because, we want to get our game up. We want to know how the greens are lying, how the ball is playing. We want to get, the course layout. And I hadn't played in probably just because we got a new puppy. I've just been busy, and it's been raining, and just the weather, and just shorter days. I hadn't played probably in 5 weeks, Knocker. Mm-hmm. Maybe the last time I think I played was you in early February, something like that, or late February, somewhere in there. But it seems weird. Whenever I go out and play, and I haven't played in a while, maybe a month and a half, I always seem to play better.
It's that way with everybody.
You say it's like that with you too.
Yeah, it's that way with just about everybody because you don't try and do more than.
If you're kind of like an avid golfer like we are, if you take like a 6-week break and not even swing a club, you come in. I swung the club better. I've never played better than that.
Yeah, you had some gorgeous golf shots. I have to admit, you played very well.
I was surprised for myself, and me and my dad, it's great. It's one of the things I enjoy about my life is we get to do the show, obviously, and it's all recorded, and I have that from moments. I was talking about that with Carmen to get my haircut today. I was like, that's what's so fucking cool about this. Mm-hmm. I can show this to Penny. I can show this to anybody when she's old enough to watch it. Right. Anybody when I have this stuff recorded. But going out with you, it's just one of the fun things. We take it kind of serious. We do take it kind of seriously ever since the point where you got me into golf. And you pretty much taught me how to golf. Mm-hmm. I would say you did because just going out with you, and we take it kind of seriously now because we're at that same level.
Sure,
we're about the same handicap when it comes to golfing.
We're not stupid crazy about it, but we're athletes.
Like we take it, yeah.
And
we're at
you
right.
You want to do good. You never want to embarrass yourself,
right.
no matter what.
That's
we're doing.
a good way to put it. We were both athletes. You raised me to be in a competitive nature, especially with 3 brothers. I mean, I've just been competitive. We go out there, even if it's $5 bet or just for bragging rights when we go out there, just to know that I can come on this show. That's more worth the money. Is being able to talk shit on my dad for 10 minutes about golf when he used to kick my fucking ass up and down the course.
Yep.
He used to wipe my ass. My dad's a good golfer. I'll give him that. He's a good golfer, but I've never seen you have as bad a day of golf that I think I've ever seen you play in your life.
That was the worst in 40 years of golf.
You quit.
I did. I stopped keeping score after 14 holes. I just stopped. It just wasn't worth it.
I think I had a 10-stroke lead, I think, on the 14th hole or something like that.
Yeah, on the 15th hole, I quit and got out my ball retriever and started collecting balls in the lake. I just
Imagine my pops. For those who don't play golf, there's this thing that's like it's a ball. Explain this contraption you have.
It's a telescoping pole that
it
reaches out 20 feet past where you're standing.
Yes.
And it's got a little cup on the end.
So it's a ball retriever.
It's a ball retriever, yeah.
With an extender, so you can get your ball out of a lake. And not all the way in, but if it's near the shallow parts, you can get it.
Within 17
So
feet.
Knocker, literally, when you're playing with another twosome, and shout out for guys to get another. That's a good twosome we had.
Yes,
I like
it
when you
was.
get a decent twosome that
Yes.
you don't know and golfs with you. And Knocker resorted to, for basically the last 4 holes, there's this big lake at the course we're going to play with, resorted to picking balls in misery. Just he's sitting there by himself.
You guys are on the green.
And if you don't know my dad, he has this, everyone has those headsets that you wear, right? Like for
Bluetooth.
The Bluetooth, right? But my dad has this one that looks like he's stuck in Star Trek. What, like the one that was it Beta? You know that thing he had to wear across his eyes?
Mm-hmm. Data.
Yeah, Data. Well, you have this thing that goes around the back of your neck, right? And it goes into your ears. And my dad has this thing on with this pole. And I'm just thinking that he has this playing on his iTunes. And he's just picking up balls out of the lake.
So sad.
He's like, I got a Callaway 1! Oh, a Nike flag, yes!
Score.
The dude comes back with like a dozen balls.
Got to do something positive.
Knocker, I know you knew it was coming.
It hurt.
It did.
It hurt.
But you're going out. I hope you have a good time though this weekend. I do. I hope you have a good golf because you're going with some good golfers too. You're going with Jim, our brother, who's going to play in the tournament, or your brother-in-law,
Right.
is going to play in the tournament. So
Mike, who just dropped to 75.
is he playing the tournament too?
Mike.
This group that you're going with is playing the tournament. This
Yes.
whole group you're going with. Oh,
Yes.
cool. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
So that'll be a good time. So that's our golf story. So Knocker. Oh, Knocker, that was a good time.
But I mean, angry sex and spanking your mom. Just,
Yeah, God, you could stop with that,
It cured
man.
it. I was fine.
It's the cure for everything, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
hell yeah.
Oh, my God. All right, Knocker. Let's get back to last news here in the NFL. We had a couple trades and moves going on in the NFL, most notably Ndamukong Suh going over to the Rams.
Yes.
Your Los Angeles Rams.
Yes.
And their defense looks stacked right now. You got
does
Donald
now.
on the outside here now. They're I don't know if there's a spot that I'm like, oh, let's see, where do the Rams need somebody?
Well, they
you
do
know
need
how
linebacker.
comforting it is to go in the draft though to know you really need 1 or 2 positions
Right.
maybe, and you can draft that.
And dude, they all they
I
need
think
to
they
do is
need a
draft
receiver.
linebacker.
I think they need a receiver and a linebacker. I think that's why they're interested in Odell because they don't have that guy.
Yeah, I was kind of sad to see Sammy Watkins go because I think he worked really well.
I think he's
with
over.
Jeff
I
Goff.
thought he was. I didn't like him at Clemson. He's a Clemson guy, right? I didn't like him at Clemson.
I did.
You did?
Yeah,
I think
did.
he's a prima. You don't think he's a little prima donna-ish? Like, especially
No.
with the Bills?
Well, maybe
he's always
with the,
injured,
Maybe
too.
with the Bills, but not with the Rams. He worked his ass off last year.
So he's
and he
injured
works
to me.
hard after the catch. And I think him and Jared Goff really clicked pretty well last year.
Yeah.
So they're going to miss that. They need that deep threat. But overall, they've improved their team more than any other team in the NFL right now. Their defensive backfield with Talib and Peters, and they picked up the what's his name, Sears, I think it is, from Green Bay.
Yeah.
They just look really good on paper.
Yeah, they look great coming into the season right now. And a couple other moves just noted in the NFL is free agency. Cody Kessler, former USC Trojan Knocker, got traded to Jacksonville Knocker in exchange for a 7th-round draft pick. So he's going to go back up Blake Bortles, so he probably might see some action. And Blake Bortles, I know the Jaguars are good, and I think they have a great nucleus of a team, but he's just not going
Boy,
to
they had a fire sale with their receivers. I'm not sure.
I
exactly
love
what the hell's going on down there.
Alan Hearn signing with the Cowboys. I love
Right?
that signing.
But they just let go of everybody.
We need to get rid of Dez right now. That's the Cowboys' big thing right now. We need.
told you that 3 years
and I
ago.
know Cowboys fans are like, and some of them. There's some Cowboy fans who just love Dez no matter what. And as a Cowboys fan, I can admit that. There's some of us that just they think he's the greatest thing on earth.
Right.
We need to get rid of that contract. That's why we can't go out and sign anybody. I'm glad we got Alan Hearns, but that's the reason we really can't go out and spend money. Luckily, the Cowboys don't need much,
Right.
but we're really handcuffed right now because of Dez Bryant, and I think he needs to go. Benjamin Watson is headed back to New Orleans. The tight end Knocker signed a 1-year deal with the Saints, so they're going to stick with him. Some were thinking that maybe Jimmy Graham was going to go back there before signing with Green Bay, but it looks like they're going to stick with the veteran there. The Washington Redskins finally shipped safety Sua Cravens to the Denver Broncos, so they goes to add to the Denver Broncos defense.
Now, I'm not sure. I should know this. He's an ex-USC guy, but I'm reading that something happened with him in the locker room or with the team to where they just weren't going to let him back in and accept him as a teammate again.
I didn't read anything on this.
I did on Twitter, and if anybody knows that, please
tweet
at
me.
In, let me
tweet
know,
us the story. Give us the link.
What
I
happened,
didn't read anything on that
because I think that's one of the reasons
that's
they
interesting.
traded him was something happened that kind of like the Lakers player filming.
Something internally with maybe another player or
I think something that's what they alluded to that they were never going to let him
something off the field
back in
something that happened off the field or in the locker room.
Something like
that.
That's
okay.
Why they got rid of him.
Well, look at that. Well, another big headline knocker that made it over the weekend was none other than our boy Johnny Football Knocker, who's went out in San Diego, had a pro day out there, threw the football around. Rumors are now swirling that he could possibly be, in New England's eye, they could possibly be going after him. Is there any chance for you that Johnny Manziel comes back in any way, shape, or form, and maybe with the New England Patriots? Do you think that's a possibility?
I think it's possible somewhere that he could get another shot. I mean, why not? He's not going to ask for much money. He's just asking for a shot.
Well, he says
play.
he's a changed man, Knocker. He had this to say, a little interview from over the weekend during his pro day. Here's Johnny Manziel.
The last time you threw an NFL pass till now, how have you changed from then to now?
I mean, I think I've changed drastically. I obviously had to hit a series of lows to get to a point where I feel comfortable in my own skin, in my own life, and with where I'm at. So a lot has changed personally in what I've learned about myself and what I've learned about life through the highs and the lows. So I don't necessarily think I would be where I am today without going through some of the harder stuff. But, I feel like I'm a better person because of it, even if it derailed where I wanted to do for a while.
What are your thoughts on old Johnny Football being the new changed man, Knocker? Do you give him a chance? Does he deserve a chance? First of all,
this is America.
But do you believe that shit? Do you believe? I mean, is this just?
We'll wait and see.
We've seen it. We've seen this before. I love Johnny Football. He was he was just my kind. If I was going to be a college quarterback, man, I want to be Johnny Foot. I mean, he lived the fucking life.
Yeah.
That's Johnny United. That's Johnny back in the J. Johnny United. He's Johnny Unitas of fucking college football.
They couldn't be two more opposite people. You picked the wrong guy. He's more like Joe Namath.
I mean, Joe Namath. That's who I was going for. Thank you very much. Sorry, a couple beers in a bong topo ditch. That's who I was going for, Knocker.
Johnny Unitas.
No, Joe Namath. I mean, playboys.
Yeah.
Just fucking dudes, girls, just drinking, whatever. Sure. But balled out on the field.
If he's serious, I
that's a big mess up by me.
Right? That would, yeah.
That's a big one. I take that back. Scratch that out of my.
Unitas was either going to be a quarterback or a priest.
Yeah, Joe Namath. What was I thinking of? Like I know it was him, but the name slipped.
But I mean, if he's serious,
yeah,
right? There's some talent there, right? Look around the league at the quarterbacks in the league. You can't tell me if this guy's serious and he just brings football and wants to play. Why not give him a chance? Why not? What do you have to lose? Seriously, what do you have to lose?
But you don't think that's a distraction that you want? Because the cameras go into it. The media's instantly there. It's instantly on Johnny. It doesn't even matter what's going on in the team. It's instantly on Johnny Football.
But it's pro football, and you have to deal with.
But you're changing on me because usually
I'm not changing on you.
You are a little bit, but I like it. Now I'm not saying I don't dislike because you're kind of with me a little bit on thinking the new age athlete's different. You kind of got to put up with it. Is that kind of?
No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying, when you say the new age athlete is different,
yes,
he is exposed to so much more coddling from an early age. 8th grade. I mean, 8th grade.
And from money too. I mean,
all
everything.
of that. Where back in the day, you weren't exposed to that maybe until you were a junior or senior in college. And they started doing, waving all that shit at you and this and that. But they go at these guys early, and the exposure and the Twitter and everything is just, it's not like it used to be. So it's really hard for some of these guys to. So
I like that you're giving them a little bit more of a pass than because the modern day athlete too has so much more to deal with, like you said, social media wise, just in media and everything being instantly being able to put out there. And what did you do? What girl were you through? Where were you last night? Mm-hmm. The athletes back in the day, Knocker. If there was Twitter back in the day, Knocker,
it'd be the same as
back
now.
When the Lakers were the Lake Show,
different.
when the Lake Show was the Lake Show,
right?
And when you used to go down, was that club called underneath the Forum?
The Forum Club.
The Forum Club. Mm-hmm. There you go. That place.
Hopping.
If there was TMZ back in the day, do you understand people?
Sure, it would have been just like
so
now. So
don't just praise. And that's why, and I'd like that you're coming around a little bit on that because you were a little different back in the day.
Well, I understand the dynamics of the whole thing.
Because you've been on Twitter. You've seen what can happen.
Sure, in a day, in an hour. You can your whole life can change in an hour based on what's going on there. But I'm also a realist, and if you've changed and you bring a work ethic, and when people want to interview you, I mean, it's up to Johnny. You say the distractions there, it's all going to be Johnny. All Johnny has to do is say, hey, you know what? I'm part of the Cleveland Browns now, or I'm part of the Patriots, and go talk to my teammates. I'm here to play football. I don't need to be giving these interviews. This isn't about me. I just want to play football, and I respect if you guys would just leave me alone and let me play football.
Yeah.
It's going to depend on him a lot, right? But they're going to go after him, trying to make him fall and trying to make him fail. They love that. People get off doing that. They want to see him fail because they get off on doing that to people. But if he brings it, and he brings some talent, and he brings a work ethic, and he's a good teammate, then fine. I don't have a problem with it.
And that's what, like you said, that's what America is. America is second chances. And why not for Johnny Manziel?
Why not?
America, fuck yeah! So lick my butt and suck on my balls. America, fuck yeah! What you gonna do when we come for you now?
Yeah, Johnny Manziel. Why not come back,
Go get him, Johnny.
Football? Go get him, Johnny. Now, Knocker, lastly in football here before we close out the NFL. The Cleveland Browns are reportedly going to overhaul their uniform design again.
What design?
I wanted to hashtag let the jokes begin. Should it just be, I think it should be the poop emoji.
What?
I think that should be the new symbol for the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, it should be the poop emoji. I think that's where they need to go.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!
I mean, oh, God.
I mean, you're assuming that there's a current design. There is no design.
What
Browns
do
uniform.
I don't want to insult anything. I don't want to, because I don't know, and I should probably Google this, but I'll ask you because you do know a lot of shit. Does the Browns name, what does it have to do? Does it have to deal with the rate? Like, what does it have to deal with? What is a Cleveland Brown? Before I start insulting what their name is, what is a real, because I don't know, and I don't want to be ignorant and start going off on a name I don't know.
George Halas started the Bears.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
You know Curly Lambeau started the Packers.
Okay.
Okay. Paul Brown
Okay.
created the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
The original owner, the original coach. He had the color scheme. Everything. That the team is named after him.
He
Paul
named
Brown.
the team after himself?
Yes.
That's a fuck. You know what? I kind of want to hate the man, but I think that's fucking baller.
Okay, so there's no logo. And you have to understand, when the Cleveland Browns...
The Cleveland, my last name.
Right. But back in the day, they were badass.
Maybe that's bad luck. Maybe it's bad luck.
Before they joined the NFL, they won 4 football championships in the league that they were in.
No, they were good
the
at the time.
first year in the league, they won, the very first game.
Okay, well, I don't want to insult someone's grandfather that's died or whatever, so I'm not going to go and but I take that back.
But that's why. Paul Brown, innovator, great coach.
Okay.
But the Cleveland Browns are named after him. Now, a side note to that.
Yeah.
When he left the Cleveland Browns, he founded the Cincinnati Bengals. Right?
Okay.
What are the colors of the Bengals?
Oh, yellow and black.
Same as the Browns. Brown and orange.
You can't hate that man. I mean, he's got 2.
Right?
Yeah.
One of the most influential people in the history of football, and that's why it is what it is.
Yeah. So, all right, Knock. Let's get into, before we get to break here, we've got MLB Opening Day coming up.
Yes, we
Baseball kicks off finally, Knocker. It's been a long time waiting. I know we've got a lot of baseball fans out there. What are your thoughts kind of coming into the season? We've got, the Angels made some moves. They got the new, the Asian sensation, Ohtani, who they might be sending down to the minors, but he did not have a good spring.
They're not sending him down to the minors.
But no, they're not. They said he's going to pitch on Sunday. He'll be the 4th starter in the rotation, and possibly you won't see him probably then, unless he DHs. They said he might have a possible DH. And not a good start for the Dodgers, Knocker, as the shitter's full in left field for the Dodgers. Did you hear this story, Knocker?
Oh, I saw it.
The Angels-Dodgers preseason game had to be called early, Knocker, because the shitter was full at Dodger Stadium.
At third base dugout.
Man. You saw, Knocker, the video's fucking hilarious. You remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the river?
Yeah.
What it looked like? There's guys with push brooms. I'm like, how do you get this job? You're the shit. You're just pushing. Knocker, it looks so gross, Knocker.
Pushing sewage
It's
around
just,
the warning track.
Knocker, and it was thick.
Yep, sledge. Yeah.
You're throwing those shoes. Those are instant throwing the shoe. You don't keep those. I think you throw away at the end of the day, you just have a burning.
Right.
You
Parking
just
lot
burn.
bonfire.
Yeah, you just play some music, knocker. Make a fucking bonfire. Everyone just throws their clothes. Dodger Stadium. It's a shit fire.
Yeah, it was funny. The pipe burst and there's just sewage just on the dirt track between the grass and the seats, just on the third base side.
God
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It was funny. It's funny, but I hope that's not a precursor to what's supposed to happen with the Dodgers. Because I know
Dodgers are stacked.
I've kind of turned now since I've been to a World Series game and I've seen more Dodgers. I saw more Dodgers last 2 years because we didn't have tickets because we were boycotting Angels. And I've kind of got a little more respect for Dodger Stadium. And plus, our horchata's in left and right field now. We just installed the stadiums.
There you go.
So we get the horchata. I'm not sure exactly what concession it's at.
But sneak in
But
your
the
rum.
one in right and left field
Right.
out there in the pavilions, if you get the horchata, that's Juicy Whip horchata out there.
Right.
It's right there. We just installed those this
Bring your
week.
own rum.
Yeah, bro. We don't condone that, but knockers.
But bring it. Just saying. A
Um,
lot of good teams.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good teams in Major
You've
League
got.
Baseball right now.
I'm really interested to see how Stanton does with the New York Yankees, backing up Aaron Judge there. I think it's going to be. Aaron Judge he's going to be, I think, make or break in it for the Yankees this year. If he has a great season, Yankees, I think, can go really far. But if he struggles, I do think it's going to hamper that lineup, even with Stanton in there.
Well, losing Bird really hurts too. The first baseman Bird. They
Even
lost him.
locker room dude.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think he's going to be. Indians do that. Indians come back more powerful than they were last year.
They have arms and they still have a good team. You have obviously the Astros. I think the Angels
World
are
Series champions.
Angels are going to be a player. The Red Sox are always good. I mean, you've got maybe 4 or 5.
To the Rangers,
legitimate
Dodgers.
teams.
You have the Dodgers, but now you got the Giants suffering a big injury to their number one
Huge.
pitcher, broken hand with Bumgarner. I know Dodgers fans are happy about that. What are the Nationals going to do? What are the Nationals going to do? Bryce Harper going to be a free agent coming up. If they don't get to the World Series, I think he's automatic. I think he's going anyway, no matter what happens. But it's going to be really interesting to see what the Washington Nationals do.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Yeah, what do the Cubbies do? Do the Cubbies there with Madden? They've kind of got over that sophomore slump a little bit after their World Series run, knocker. You know, everyone kind of expected that to happen. Do they bounce back and have a good season? Where are the Royals this year? Do the Royals have that young talent still to come back? Will they bounce back at all? You've got a lot of good teams coming into this year. I think it's going to be a fun season.
Toronto's going to be a pretty good team.
Hey, how about Vlad Guerrero's son last?
Loved it.
There's some things in life that I really wonder if that's predetermined.
Fate, destiny. It was awesome.
I really do.
He runs like him, looked like him, crushed the ball like him. That's for damn sure. I liked every minute of it.
An unbelievable scene there in Montreal. Sucks that it wasn't like opening day and he crushed that. But for Vlad Guerrero, if you guys didn't see it, check out the video. I believe I retweeted it. It's on my Twitter.
Yeah, it's out there.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. Is it Jr.?
Yes.
His son, as you know, we were big Vlad fans. I mean, Angels growing up. Guy was way underrated as a baseball player. His son hit a walk-off home run for the Toronto Blue Jays last night. He's supposed to be the number 3 top rookie coming into the season. He's with the Toronto Blue Jays. Look out for he's a big dude.
Big boy.
He's a big. I'm not just saying muscle big boy. He's just a big boy.
He's a big boy.
He can eat. Let's just say that. So that's gonna be something
He's no
to
Prince
watch.
Fielder,
there.
but he's still a big boy.
Just gonna be good. How did the Marlins? Did they just suck ass with Jeter? Does Derek Jeter just be like, I mean, he already lost his hair. Where else is he gonna? It's gonna be a good baseball season, man. I think it's gonna be fun to watch.
I think the American League is a little more defined as far as who's going to be top echelon than the National League. National League has a lot of good
How
teams.
the Mets going to do this year? That's
I like
always
the rotation,
interesting,
man.
You
got
know,
Thor starting.
Matt Harvey, is he anything?
Yeah.
You know, is he anything
We
there?
never know.
So it's going to be an interesting season for baseball coming up. But we're glad that it's back. I'm excited. Check out. Did you see the Game of Thrones that they did? Have you seen? You haven't seen Game of Thrones, right? They did a parody though. It's really good on the website. You gotta check it out. Get you pumped up, knocker. Why are you such a hater on Game of Thrones? Why do you hate dragons and shit? Why are you dragon?
I have dragon envy.
You're gonna try and get envy.
I have dragon envy. No, I don't know. I just don't watch TV.
Baseball, I'm glad it's back. Very excited for it. And real quick, Ronker, before we get to break, I wanted to give a movie review for. It was funny. I had a funny situation with my brother Daniel over the weekend regarding a certain movie. Did you watch that movie that I'm going to be talking about right now?
No, based on your recommendation and Daniel's, no, we passed.
I need a beer. I have a really bad cotton mouth right. Can you give me a beer real quick so I can continue the story?
Sure.
I don't want to boss you around, but I have really bad cotton mouth and I got to tell a story. Should probably keep an extra one. What was the movie called? Was it Downsized, Knocker? Yeah, Downsized with Matt Damon? Downsized with Matt Damon. If anyone hasn't seen or seen this movie, let me know your thoughts on it, because me and my wife, we were gonna watch. We watched Jumanji. Great new movie. Jumanji's a really good movie with The Rock. Really good movie. Really funny. They put it to the new kind of age of how kids. It's really really good.
Looking forward to it. I will watch that one.
But Downsize. It's called Downsize.
I think it's downsizing or
Okay.
downsize. Yeah.
Well, my brother Daniel, God, I love him. He sends me his Snapchats. He just sends me the stupidest shit. He'll get his car cleaned and be like, "Look at my BMW, it's fucking so nice." And he's taking a picture of it like, "You little bastard." And so, anyways, he went snowboarding for like the last time of the season because he got into it, Knocker.
Yes.
I went for his birthday. I'm so happy he's into it. I can't wait to take him to Tahoe.
Yes.
But he sent me a Snapchat. He's blown out after boarding, face red. He's with his girl laying in bed. And he Snapchats me. He's like, "Josh, we've been watching this movie for almost 90 minutes now. It's Downsize Me with Matt Damon." And he points to his girlfriend. And she's just like, "I don't know what the fuck's going on." And he's like, "We don't know what the fuck is going on in this movie. We don't know what the premise is of the movie. And Matt Damon's in bed with a one-legged hooker that has a peg leg." And the funny thing is me and Jackie really wanted to watch this movie.
Right.
And we were going to
We were
order
going
this.
to also.
We were going to order this that night. Something happened. I don't know, the Pacheco family just, minds. He ended up Snapchatting me this thing right before we were going to order it out of nowhere. And I'm like, "Jackie, look at this." And here's him and Steph. He's like, and he points the thing to the TV, and Matt Damon's in bed with like a one-legged Asian person with like a peg leg.
Pirate leg.
And then we go out golfing, and you're like, "Yeah, Daniel rented this movie." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah." He Snapchatted. He's like, "So you don't think we should watch it?" So I told you, and you're like, "So you never watched it then, huh?"
No.
Never got to?
No.
So if
I'm
you guys
good.
tell me what your thoughts
good.
are on that movie, because my brother's review was, I took it and I was like, "I'm not watching that. I'm not going there." So Knocker, got your song of the week. I want a shot for you going to Palm Springs. Can we take a shot for your Palm Springs trip?
Sure.
Is Wendy going to get mad if we take a shot right now?
Sure. Just being honest.
All right. Should we not do it then?
We'll do it.
Fuck it. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. When we get back, shot of the week, Knocker, you got your song of the week coming
I
up.
do have my song, and there was
let
something
me pull
going.
it up.
There was
Pull it
something
up.
going around on Twitter.
Okay.
With Corrado and some other people talking about what is the perfect song,
Okay.
right? What do you think the perfect song
Okay,
is?
that's a good
And I
question.
think
That's a really good question.
Right,
I don't know what mine is. I have to think about that.
I think I have about, not your favorite one, just
the perfect
song.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
And I think I've got about 5 of them. So the next 3 weeks, I'm going to play what I think are perfect songs.
your top 5 perfect
recorded.
songs?
Yeah.
Okay, record it. Okay, give me your first one.
So number one was the song of the year I was born, 1959. It's Bobby Darin. This song,
What's it called? Give it to me. Hurry.
it's called Mac the Knife.
Okay.
Okay, this song, it's big band era. It starts off and it just grows, it builds, and it's just a perfect song.
All right.
There's nothing you can say bad about this song. So again, I'm gonna run through them the next 3 or 4 shows. That's the songs that I think are perfect. But this song right here, classified as a perfect song. Tweet us what your thoughts are on what you think of a
All right.
perfect song, and tell me if you don't agree
I
with
love
this.
the question. Now, we'll be back right after this.